Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. If this happens to be your first time visiting, welcome to Siempre Infinitos DIY. I'm so happy you decided to stop by today. Today friends, I have another DIY for you. Well, actually it's a kind of a fake bake. Alright, so here I have a 4-inch styrofoam disc. I got these from the Dollar Tree. Now this is an old disc that I previously have done something with it, didn't really like it, so I figured why not reuse it again. So I figured, since we're already in spring, why not make a spring cake? So all I'm doing here is just adding a piece of foam sheet. This is optional if you like. This is going to be for the bottom part of the cake. Again, this is optional. I don't want that white foam to be showing through, so I just chose to do a pink because since the color that I'm choosing to cover the entire cake is pink, it will blend just well. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, right after I condition my clay very well, I am going to start doing the little tulips. And this is really easy to do. All I did was just mold a teardrop, and that's it. That's about it. And then I grabbed my tool, and then I just made a little line, kind of like dividing it. If you don't have a tool like this, then you just can use a knife. And as you can see here, all I did was just make that line all the way down. I try to do like a little curve in there, to try to make it a little bit more, I guess you can look more like a tulip. And then of course I just added the green stem to it, and this was about it. I made quite a few of them, and as you can see, there's really nothing to it. So then with the leaf, all I do have this cookie cutter, and I just went ahead and just made the leaf and just try to wrap it also around the tulip, and then that was it. You can add a leaf on each side if you like. It's up to you, or whichever, and try to make it more looking, like I said, like a tulip and not really like a rose, because it kind of was giving me that rose vibe as well. I mean, you can pass it as a rose, but I am going for the tulip look. So really, as you saw here, nothing to it. So now the other type of flowers that I also want to make. Now these did come, as you saw there, a bundle. I just used a smaller size because since it is a 4-inch cake, I have to stick with all small flowers. And I honestly cannot remember the type of flower that I'm rolling out. I will make a little note there. I will post it here on the video. And then what I did here, because I wanted my flower to have like blended colors, but what I did was just roll out some yellow and white, and then I went ahead and tried to merge them in together. So I went ahead and cut off the ends and the sides. You really don't need to do this. Cutting it that way is optional. It's up to you if you want that straight cut, clean look, but it really wouldn't matter. You'll see towards the end where you'll probably see some of them where it's more blended in there, I guess, if that makes any sense, but I'll show you a little bit further down. So all I did here, as you can see, just line each one up, and then I just started rolling it back and forth a couple of times, and then I will fold it and then redo that again. So I just did this, as you see here, folding the clay and then rolling it out again. I did this a few times, and then I finally went in, as you see there, where you can see the yellow and the white, like straight line. To me, this was more like a clean cut kind of look, which I really prefer the other way, where you don't have to really cut those ends, because you can see the straight line. If you would to just put those two clays together without having to have those clean cut, then it would be more natural looking, if that makes any sense. So it's up to you, obviously. It is your piece, or however you like, but I did do this for this first time, and I was like, I really didn't like it, but I went ahead and went with it. And again, you'll see towards the end with the other one. So I would like to take this minute to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you guys are not aware, I also go live Facebook twice a week, on Mondays or Tuesdays. I'm trying to figure out which day actually I want to stick with. Before it used to be Thursday, but now I just decided to go Monday or Tuesdays. And also on Spanglish Amigas group. I go live every Friday there, and it's for 3 other creators that go live with me, you know. And then of course you try to get all the Spanish community come in here, well, there, and well, pretty much everybody. So if you guys are not following us over there, or following me for that matter, over there, I hope you really consider doing so. I am going to leave the links to both pages here in the description box down below. As well, I'm going to be leaving a list of all the items that I will be using in this video. So with all of that being said, let's get back to the video. Now that I have all of my flowers, I'm going to start rolling out my clay. And this is going to be mimicking the fondant for my cake. And I like to use these silicone strip guides. They come in a set of 3. I got them up from Amazon, and I cannot remember actually how much I bought, but how much I spent for them, but they were like under 15. But if you don't have these, you know, you can also use like those painters mix sticks, you know, that you get from the hardware store. You can like tape those up, you know, put them together, and then use that as well, if you know, depending on the size, how big you want. But I like to use these because it also helps me even out my clay. So now I have it all rolled out. So all I'm going to start doing now is just start pressing down the fondant, and I'm just going to wrap it all the way around, and whatever extra, I'm going to trim off the excess. And then I'm just going to continue doing this, pressing it down, cutting any extra. And then once I have it all covered, then I'm just going to lap it underneath, and then I'm just going to begin rolling it back and forth until I roll out all of the dents, any extra clay in there. And I'm just going to continue doing this until I am happy with it. Also, I'm not going to get too worried about if I see little small deep prints in there, because I am going to be adding the flowers, and I also want to add like some grass around on the end, you know, as my border. So as you will see here in the beginning, not in the beginning, but you will see here shortly where I'm going to start rolling it back and forth. And right here, all I'm doing is just, again, I'm not using no glue. The clay is very soft, so it holds on its own. And all I'm doing here is just like pressing with my hand, going up, you know, to bring the clay over, and then just rolling it back and forth as you see here. And again, you just want to be rolling it back and forth until you are happy with it. And now it is time to add all of my flowers. So as you can see here I have some small size flowers as well. All I did with these is just grab little like 4 little balls, and then just press them down with my tool, or you can use also the tip of a paintbrush, and then just start pressing, and then just adding a little circle in there. And as you see there, now I did mess up here. After I added my flowers, I realized that I wanted to add the grass, but it was okay too, because, you know, I wanted the stems from the bottom, well, the grass to be covering those up. And then I should have just thought like, okay, I should have not made the stems, you know, you can get away with that, but it's up to you. You know, it worked either way, both ways for me. So as you can see, it's looking really pretty. And I'm just adding the flowers wherever. And also I had to remove some of the flowers that I added way at the bottom, because since I added the grass, you know, they would have been covered. So here, just adding the flowers however, you know, again, it is your piece. You can do it however you want. I'm really loving how this is turning out. It's really pretty. I love the colors that I chose to go with. And you can't really tell right here. The color of the fondant that I use is more like a peach type of color, so it kind of looks like a light pink also, but I guess it can go either way depending on you. But it is a peach color. It's just, it also looks like a light. I don't like a light pink, so I really don't know if it's the light that is messing with it or what have you. So I'm not sure if you can see there that one flower that it looks kind of like blended, like right in the corner in the tray. You really can't tell, but I like how that flower looked like. I did not add it because to the cake because I was one too many flowers already on there, but I really prefer that color. It looked more natural looking than the ones that you can just see the straight yellow going all the way around. You can see the line almost in there. And so yeah, so that's what I was talking about, trying to get a more natural look instead of just cutting the ends, you know, of those two colors that I combined together. I should have just not cared and just put them together, and it would have given it more of that natural look. So here I am just doing it's just adding my grass, and that's about it. Then that towards the end I'll show you the finish, a closer look. And yes, you can see, very easy. This did not take me no more than an hour. I think, if I am correct, I think it took me 45 minutes to put it all together. Now, because of I didn't do a lot of flowers, I just did not choose to add them all. And here is the closer look. What do you think? Really love how this came out. Really beautiful. I am so ready for spring. And if you guys, you know, do this, please share with me. So I would love to see it. And thank you so much, friends, for stopping by. And until the next video, stay safe, be kind. Bye.